When the drawing book told me of their latest exhibition on favourite album or artists, I just knew that mine had to be Van Halen. Van Halen were my favourite band growing up. They had this great attitude, rocking songs, and they didn't take themselves too seriously, which I liked. They made me want to grow my hair and play in bands and drink beer and smoke cigarettes. You know, they really came around at that crucial time in a kid's life. When it came to the artwork, my thoughts immediately turned to my favourite album cover of theirs, which is 1984. It features a cherub with angel wings, and he's leaning against his hand and looking up into the corner, but he's got this little cheeky look on his face. And he's smoking a cigarette, and he's got cigarettes in front of him. And at that time, I just thought it was the best thing ever, and it was controversial. And the album itself had this great sort of rock and roll feel, but also a bit of creepiness, although that may have been influenced by my reading of Stephen King books at the time, which I would read incessantly while listening to this album. So that may have had some sort of effect on it. But my first thought when creating artwork was to do a parody of it. So, you know, I'd have the kid, and I'd have, instead of just cigarettes, we'd have bottles of beer and, him shooting up and marijuana and all this sort of stuff. But as I started doing the initial sketches, I wanted to keep that sweetness about him, because that's the thing I really like about the artwork the most. So I ended up adding all those elements into it. But I thought, well, instead of just doing a parody of that, I'll age him. You know, so I aged him to my age now, mid-30s. But it's like, what's he doing now? And he's doing all these drugs. He's progressed from just cigarettes, but he's still sort of happy, you know, and he's still cheeky. I like that. I mean, he's a cherub. Hopefully that's come through.
And I hear the neighbors say, Billy's learning to crochet. When he was in his prime,
listen, thanks so much for listening to me and watching me, and I'll see you around. Bye.
But now he sings soprano in the church quartet.